Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tim, Alison, David, Jeff, Chris. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you. Welcome to our last coffee chat. Last coffee chat. Hope you're all awesome and well. Hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, to be honest, whoever that is in probably in the mentoring group, told me you don't trust Labor. Well, I don't trust any of the buggers, to be honest. None of those politicians are trustworthy when it comes to our super folks. They're all bloody menaces. Andy and I say this all the time. Our number one wealth eroder, unfortunately, in Australia and many places, are bloody politicians. They change the rules all the time. They make up new taxes. They change the rules. They absolutely become financial menaces when it comes back. Got some feedback, have I? Yes. Let me know, folks, is there something weird going on with my microphone? All right, let me see here. Okay. Give me 30 seconds, folks, 30 seconds. Don't be long, stick with me.
All right, is that any better? Tell me. Let me know. Get rid of that because I don't need it any better. That sounds like a robot. All right, tell me, folks, is that any better? I've changed microphones. Maybe something's gone astray there. Thank you. Beautiful. Anyway, there you go. Some technical difficulties that I didn't know I had. Anyway, good morning. Good to see you. We were talking about the number one menace, weren't we? About who messes with our wealth, our money, more than anyone else in our financial system, and that's the politicians, folks. Politicians, and Andy and I have said this many times that they're the ones who can mess with our mojo a bit. And I wanted to talk to you about something that I saw just recently that might spark a little bit of controversy, potentially something we need to think about. Anyway, our super is something we need to think about as we go along, right? Most of us know this. Hey, good morning. David, Tim, Alison, Kevin, Jeff, Shashank. Good to see all of you here as we go. But yeah, our super is something we need to talk about. We need to think about, right? Our wealth, when it comes to the world of our future, is made up of a number of things. And for many of us, especially when we're a bit younger, I think we forget to understand or manage or realise that how powerful our super is. Here's the headline I've seen, and I put that in the chat this morning, or in the headline this morning. Labor wants to harness the $3.4 trillion super industry to help deliver its housing promises. Hang on. They want our money to deliver their promise. That, to be honest, I think it's going to be an absolute disaster. You know, when have they ever been involved in a housing initiative that's delivered better stuff? I mean, they can't even improve the system that's in place already, and now they're saying, all right, let's build 1 million houses or 100,000 houses or whatever it was in the budget. And you know what? Here's the drill. You know, instead of us putting it in our budget, you know, instead of us, you know, managing our fiscal responsibilities better, you know what? We're just going to put our hand in the cookie jar and use your money. Yeah. Oh, Alison, you're dead right. You know, I think it's ludicrous. And unfortunately, most Aussies don't really care, because you know what? What happens for many of us is when we're starting out with our super. Tell me, when you were these ages, kind of like, let's say 18 to kind of, even 18 to 40, let's call it 20 to 40. The first 20 years of your life, super. Tell me in the chat, what did you think about super? What happened to the future fund? Exactly, Tim. Let's build housing. No, let's build, energy security. Let's build infrastructure. Let's build, like seriously, folks, seriously. Like they've caused the problem. The government's caused the problem with housing. They launch a bloody APRA investigation. Absolute turkeys. They bash the brokers who are the best people in the finance world. Banks, talk about thieving. Banks got fined hundreds of millions of dollars because they were taking money from dead people. I mean, seriously, And then, the government says, oh, yeah, no, that's all right. Let's just sweep it under the carpet and let's have an attack on good, young, and anyway, not young, but good, keen, by and large, really honest, hard-working finance brokers who are trying to do the best thing for their clients, attack the financial planning industry, then blow up the supply chain of money and lending. So then our property supply dwindles. They chase away, international investing in the country. So no one wants to invest here because the tax regime is so onerous. And they wonder why we sit here right now, 5 years later, 8 years later, 10 years later, and we've got no houses. Wake up and smell the roses, you lot. Oh, my Lord. I'm a bit fired up this morning, folks. The government, they're absolute Muppets when it comes to this stuff. But let's stick to the plan. There you go. Tim was like, I didn't think much of my super when I was young. It was only a small amount. Exactly. That's what happens. Tell me, anyone else, what did you think of your super? Or did you even know what super was when you were like, young, when you first started out, 20 years old, 30 years old? Did you even care? I didn't even care. I didn't even think it was real money. Tell me in the chat, folks, what did you think of super when you were young? When you were like first starting out? Oh, yeah, I better not drink too many coffees. To be honest, they really don't know what they're doing when it comes to like housing and stuff like that. There you go. Yeah, Alison was peeved, like it went backwards, She thought it should grow, but a lot of people don't even, it's not even real. It's not even real. Is it real? It's not even my money. Is it actually my money? Who cares? Etc., etc. These things are what I hear from young people all the time. They don't understand about super. They don't think about it like we might when you're a bit older, 50 or 60 or something like that, or even 40. The challenge is have a look at the balances for most people, folks, when and if we do pass the age of retirement. Check it out. Balances pretty average when it comes to the differences, actually, men and women. Ladies, you get a fairly raw deal, unfortunately. Again, why can't you split the contributions between you and your partner if your partner stays at home? If one partner chooses to, take care of the kids because that's what you've chosen, or one partner works part-time, anyway, don't get me started on this. Like, the government, it just, anyway. So, there's not a lot of money in people's super anyway, right? And now they want to put their grotty little hands on it to fix a problem that they caused. Really annoys me, this stuff. But anyway, what can we do about it? Like, a lot of people don't think that super is real. Like, it's not my money. But, you guys have seen me do this before. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And we say, who owns your Monday? That's the ATO, right? All the way up to, by and large, most people, up to about 100K, taxes owns your Monday. And this one here, what is the contribution now? What's the money that goes into your super now? What's the percentage, folks? It's just gone up a little bit. Tell me in the chat, what's the percentage going into your super? Because that's super, right? Yeah, Alison. Unfortunately, Alison, and this is the thing. Well, this is where, you know, defined benefit schemes are actually like quite good. They're actually a little bit more lucrative for some of the contributors than others. Am I still on? Ricky was saying I'm muted. Let me know if you can't hear me. Hello. Internet is playing up on my side, unfortunately. Tell me, folks, can you hear me? Let me go back here. Can you hear me? Was I muted just there? Ricky said I was muted. I'm going to change to my iPad. Better now. Okay, Ricky, that's cool, mate. Gee, yeah, I tell you. 10.5%. So 10.5% of that. Now let's put this in perspective. All right. I just want to bring this home when we come to, let's say we work, and I'm just going to round this age, 20 to 60. We go 40 years. 40 years. All right. 40 years. 40 years. Now, tell me, out of this 40 years of your working life, check this out. 40 years of your working life. I'm going to rub this out here for a second. Right, 40 years of your working life. And there's probably more, but let's just do this as an easy mathematical equation. All right, 40 years. Check out this in sequence. Okay, who gets the first? Now let's not do it as a week. Let's do it. Let's do this as we go along. Right? Check it out. The first. Tell me, who gets the first piece of your 40 years? Right? The first 4 years goes to super. Now, hopefully, folks, that gets used at the end, but it's not a lot, right? Who takes the next part, which is 25% of your 40 years? 40 times 25% is 10. 10 years. 10 years. Check this out. 10 years you work for who? 10 years you work for the ATO. 10 years you work for the ATO. The average Aussie, let's make it 25%, but it's actually closer to 30%. 10 years you work for the bank. 4 years you hopefully work for super that goes down here, but you work for that period of time to contribute to that, right? And then, unfortunately, most people work for the credit card companies. That's another 4 years, right? And what have you got left over here? You've got 2/5 of bugger all. You've got Friday left. We call that like 20%, didn't we? Of that, you've got maybe 8 years, I think it is. Anyway, I don't know if my math is correct. Close enough. Anyway, 12 years. Call it 12 years. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. 12 years. Not enough, folks. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough to get you to this end of the sweet FA. Exactly. So, you know, for me, this is a little bit of a crazy idea. But what can we do about it, folks? We all know that there are four. Well, let's do the main three. Let's do the main three streams of wealth, right? Number one stream of wealth. Number one, your principal place of residence, folks. You know, you guys know that. You need to have that absolutely humming. Number 2, your investment property portfolio. Now, there's a number of reasons that these are good, right? That's number 2. Number 3, your super. Your super, okay? They are the 3 streams of wealth most people have access to that they can manage as investors. And there's a 4th, which is for entrepreneurs and business owners, obviously business wealth. And there's a bunch of benefits there, right? But, folks, for all of us, what are you doing about all of these, right? What plan do you have for all of them? Because I know what I've done with my stuff. I control my own super. I invest it my way. And thankfully, there are some people in the system that understand that our super is for us and our future. Like, how's that? The rules are, if you set up a self-managed super, there's so many rules around making sure you invest it. It's for that person's future. It's for that person's retirement. There's all these rules. You can get in trouble. You can get fined. But no, don't worry about that. Don't worry about the rules. When the government stuff up, don't worry about the rules. Don't worry about making it for Jason's future or, someone else's future. Don't worry about that. We stuffed up. We've got a problem with housing. So we're going to use your money. We're going to use the super money. Kidding me. Anyway. There you go, folks. Yeah. Totally, Tim. So for me, I like to be in charge of my wealth, my decisions, and if it goes wrong, then I'm responsible. If it goes right, I'm responsible. And thankfully, there are some rules that you can understand and manage and, be in charge of your financial future way more than letting the government diddle the till when they make a mistake about housing and then they want to use your super to fix it. Fucking kidding me. Anyway, folks, there you go. A little bit of a rant this morning, to be honest. A little bit of a ranty rant Monday, but hopefully you're all awesome and well, or whatever's going on for you. Hopefully your week is going to be great. Wealth Coffee Chat done and dusted Monday. Folks, make sure you join us tonight. Mentoring is going to be an absolute cracker. Some of you have already heard me say a few of these things tonight, but I'm going to connect them all in sequence. We're sitting at the doorstep of the next boom, and you got to know what's going on. Interest rates have gone up. It's made people nervous, but for the smart investor, this is the perfect time to pounce and or double down on their strategy if they understand how to do it. So make sure tonight you get along. I'm going to be presenting. We've got a guest, Brennan Latimer, and Sam's going to be there. Also, Tab's got a couple of success stories as well. So it's going to be action-packed, folks. Make sure you get along to mentoring tonight. That's it from me. Wealth Coffee Chat done and dusted. Over and out for Monday the 14th. Join me tomorrow on Tuesday for another one. All right, folks. You guys take care. Bye for now. Adios. See you tonight.